Alright, hi guys. Happy Sunday with Satan. Alright, so this is going to go into the Ouija sessions with the Ouija boot camp. So everybody has caught up, which you guys are amazing. You guys already know what is going on, and that makes me so happy that you guys are already on the same page as I am. So yesterday I contacted each and every one of you via email. We had amazing conversations. This is an amazing thing. So, putting your all into the board. So this is pretty much our first lesson, like video lesson. So what you want to do is before you actually start a session. So, let's say we're going to do a session right now. Well, I wouldn't do it right now. For one, take into consideration the weather. So weather does have a lot to do with this. It can cause interferences. It can cause so much. Just, it's like a static. So it's hard for some spirits to actually come through. My grandma, she comes through no matter what. So it's, yeah, so. What else did I want to tell you guys? So, okay. Putting your all into it. So we're going to start with getting ready for a session. So all you have to do, let me get my, I am so tired of electronics. Alright, let me see if I can get this up for you guys. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Let me get my little doodle pad, whatever, going so you guys can actually. Well, I can't doodle. I need to be able to doodle for you all so you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Okay, there's paper. I'll go with paper. Alright, so new. Alright, hopefully you guys can see this. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so say you want to do a Ouija session now. Okay, that's good. First, focus on who you want. Who do you want to pick up? Who do you want to contact? So, let's see. Where's my... Yes, I want black, of course. Alright, so, let's say first we create our atmosphere. So, what are we going to do to create our atmosphere? I cannot write. So, what are we going to do to create our atmosphere? We have all kinds of things. Candles. Candles, incense, all of it. So utilize what you have already to get a good session. So plan it ahead. Plan it all ahead. So this is what I do. When I first started out, I would do, let's see, date, the day and the time. So that's how mine went. Date, day, time. And then you fill in the blanks. And then let's say moon phase. Take that into consideration. So we have moon phase. Take into consideration the weather. So we will do weather. So we have moon phase, weather, date, day, and time. The next one would be, how are you feeling? How do you feel? How do you feel today about the session? Are you tired? Are you hungry? So, write down how you're feeling for that day. And this is a very simple outline. So, date, day, time. Moon phase, weather, how you are feeling, who are we contacting? So, who, what, where, when, why. So just go off of this. This is the easiest thing that I can show you guys to do. So, what did you use? What are you using for your session during your session? Candles, a picture of your uncle. So really get into the shoes of that person. Think like they would. reenact. So reenactment is perfect. So we want to do a reenactment. So that is how I do mine. I'm turning purple. I like that color. So this is how I do all mine. So date, time, moon phase, weather, feelings, emotions, how are you feeling, all that good stuff. Who is it that we're contacting, and reenactment. So with all that being said, I don't like this. I do not like this date, time thing right here. So it is going to delete there. So make your list. Who are you contacting and why? What kind of information do you want from that? So set your atmosphere. Plan it a day ahead. So say we are going to contact Saturn. So we're going to contact Saturn next Saturday. So write that all down. Do your research. Do your research on Saturn, the god, characteristics, all of that. So for me, my grandma, I know how she acted in life. I know how she presented herself. I know how she would talk. A lot of it does fade away after time, which is sad. And then get your board out. So this is practice. Get familiar with it. So put your all into it. And that's what I do. If you guys see me, I am always in this chair when I let my grandma fully take control of my hands. So, okay, then you're going to put your hands on there. You're going to do the heart meditation, the heart breath, which comes actually from ancient Egypt. It actually comes from ancient Egypt. So it's not anybody's patented heart breath. So, you have your hands on the board. Think about that person. Do a reenactment, just like the Sun King slays the winter god during the European festivals. Do a reenactment. Put yourself in the shoes of said person. It works so good. So, alright. Are you getting gibberish? Yes. Good. You're making contact. You are buffering. It's buffering. So the best thing to do is you can just start moving it. Get it warmed up. So get it warmed up. Spell out your name. Start spelling out your name. Get familiar with the board. Ask yourself questions. Let yourself answer those questions with the board. So, am I happy today? Yes. So, alright, that's your higher self. The more you put into it, the better it's going to be. So, literally, I mean like those churches, how those people just, are sweating and putting in their all. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do to get such an amazing session. Know that nothing can come through the board without your permission. So, we've already talked a lot about the different fear-based, and you guys are all familiar with shadow work. Christopher has done a really amazing sigil using dragon text, which I find I couldn't do myself. You're amazing. You are so amazing at what you're doing. So he's created a sigil that actually will transform his fears into something positive. So you can do that. Do a sigil magic. Anything that you think is going to help and aid you with your session is going to. So, really put your all into the board. It's literally passion, sweat. Literally, that's what I do. I literally think, okay, when I put my hands on the planchette, I let my grandma take over my hands. Sometimes you guys will see me. It may look like I am moving that. Mental telepathy, big time right there. So mental telepathy is a very, very big within Ouija for me, for spirit communication, spiritism. So I've learned a lot from Karen Dahlman, God love her. Her books are incredible on the Ouija. That, if it wasn't for them, I would not be as far as I am today with, say, the esoteric Ouija. Getting more into contacting ethereal beings, different gods and goddesses. So, and a lot of people will tell you, well, you know, Osiris can't come through the board, or Thoth, because they didn't know English. No. Big no, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's Polish for no. So don't let people discourage you. Don't self-doubt yourself. Spirit speaks first. Your ego, you, speak second. So always go with the first voice. It's true. So, really get into it. I mean, put your all into it. If you have to set your board on a tabletop and literally stand on a chair and put that much energy into this, do it. It's going to better you. It's going to help your communications. So, just start out by putting your hand on the board. Just do it. And ask yourself questions, your higher self. So, do the meditation, of course. Do any preparatory work, prayers, anything that you want to actually get your results that you want. So if you want to read prayers from the Bible, that is 100% awesome. If you want to read prayers from the Quran, yes, perfect. It doesn't matter what book what holy book you're going off of. You are going to make amazing contact. So, prayers, meditation, create your atmosphere, your ambiance, which, obviously I do daily. So that is what really gives me that drive to actually get into the Ouija. I'm turning purple again. So, get your board out. Think. Just think. Feel the energy in your hands. And if you want, rub them. Open up the chakras within your hands. Do Reiki if you know Reiki. If not, I am attuned to Reiki 1 and 2, and I can actually attune you guys. So that's another option for a Reiki attunement for better communications with the board. So just sit there with it. Literally play with it. Practice. So I'm going to spell my name out. So R-Y-A-N. Do this. Literally. If you want, think about who you're talking to, who you want to contact, and then what would they say? What would your grandma or your uncle or your dad or your mom say? What would they say? Think about what they would say. If you have to, spell it out yourself. Listen for that voice, that inner knowing. Sometimes I will hear my grandma say, "It won't move." So you have to give it a little push. You need all 5 senses for the board to work. It takes all of us for them to match with us, our vibration. So that's some pretty good stuff right there. So just keep spelling it out. Spell your name. Go through all the different letters, all the numbers. If it makes figure 8s, that does not mean a thing. That is the eternity symbol. If it goes to all 4 corners of the board, doesn't mean a thing. If it does, counting backwards, it doesn't matter. That's all superstitions. So yeah, if you guys don't have your boards, I will be sending them. So really put your all into doing this. Really put your all into it, because it will work and you will have amazing results. So a lot of people are freaked out about the traditional image. I love it. I think it has a very haunting effect, and this is my 1972 board, which I love. My dad actually got this for me. So yeah, just spell out your name. What would that person say? Ask yourself. Ask your higher self, what would that person say? Spell it out. that is the best way that you can continue, that you can get a session done. So that is how you put your all into that session. So plan it a day ahead, plan it a week ahead, plan out what kind of elements you're going to bring in to anchor you to that particular spirit, to that particular relative, to that particular family member, a friend, even an animal. Yes, animals. So we will get to the animal talking to animals, definitely. It is one amazing thing to be able to talk to another sentient being aside from people or archangels, whoever. Utilize what you have around you. So if you have a half-burnt candle, dedicate that candle. That's what I do. I dedicate one white candle to my Ouija session, so it is the best possible session that I can possibly have. A lot of people self-doubt themselves. Don't self-doubt yourself, or you're going to get bad results. You're going to get iffy, sketchy results. So don't do that. Excuse me. So what you're doing by doing all of this, you are matching your vibration with the vibration of that person. So it's very, very easy. It's very easy. So do the meditations. Definitely do the meditations. My therapist taught me a meditation to calm myself down. I can't remember, but it was something like Sha Ti Ra on your fingers, and it literally works. It calms. It's very calming and very soothing. So what I do for the heart breath meditation, I center myself. When I take my deep breath in, I imagine I'm taking in first air from above, and then earth, and then right here in the center, right in your heart chakra, the solar plexus, heart chakra, you are going to see that as a ball. Now see sky and earth mixed together, and think about what that means. What does that mean to you? How does that affect you? How does it make you feel? Do you feel too off? Like airheady? If you do, take in another deep breath and take in more earth to ground yourself a lot better. So you should do that. It's creating a circuit through your body and with the board. And you are focusing on who you're going to contact. So let the images during your meditation, let them play out. Let the thoughts, all the random crazy thoughts that come, because we all get them, let them go. Just recognize them and just let them fly by. So you will feel very different doing the heart breath meditation. And this actually comes from the Union of Isis and Thoth, the book, which is a very good book. It does talk a lot about oracles, spirit communications. It doesn't talk much about the Ouija. It doesn't talk about the board at all. So there are many books out there that do help with your communications. But I would still say Karen Dahlman. All her books are amazing. And again, I wouldn't be as far in as I am. So we've done our meditation. We've done the heart breath. We feel relaxed. We feel good. We're ready to continue with our session. So, who are you contacting? Put different, like a candle, one simple candle. You don't even need a candle. Anything that's going to amp up the energy with higher vibrations. So, you could use red carnelian. You could use quartz crystal. You could get one quartz crystal, double pointed, and charge that with the intention of I'm going to have the best Ouija session ever. Literally, you have got to pour everything that you have into that, or it's just gonna flop. So it's very good. That's how I literally put my all into it. Literally everything that I have in me goes into that session. Literally. So I do. I believe spirit needs all of our physical senses, our hands, everything, to properly have a amazing Ouija session. That's how I do it. That is my secret. And it's not such a secret. It's pretty much common knowledge in the Ouija world. So that's how I do it. If you guys, I think a lot of you have her book already, Karen Dahlman, which, I mean, I love her to death. So she is very amazing. She's very, very helpful with the board. She's so helpful with everything. If you have a question, she always answers. So she's another source to go to with Bookwise. So I'm thinking of a kind of like a small Ouija book, kinda. I kind of wanted to make it more of a pamphlet, but it would be a book. So it would be a very small book, but it would be a pretty thick book on how to start your sessions. So plan them a day ahead, a week ahead. That gives you time to psych yourself up. You have got to psych yourself up so you know that it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. You are going to get what you're looking for via the board. Don't let anybody's crap about negativity coming through. It's if it does come through, it is our fault. We let it. So you can state a prayer before. Karen, in her books, she likes to call them Ouija bouncers, and I have that too with my grandma. If it's something negative tries to come through, nope, boom, she's out at the board, or it, whatever it is. So, that being said, really reenact, like I said before, reenact. Put yourself in that person's shoes and really think, how would he answer this question? So it's just a totally different mindset. So with practice though, with that practice, with the heart breath meditation that I gave you guys, with the meditation to aid in communications, and with transforming our fears, all of our negative fears about the board, into something positive. So those are our stepping stones. Inner shadow work is the best thing that we can do to really get out of us what we want to change. So we can change attitudes, we can change thoughts, behaviors, OCD patterns, all kinds of stuff with that simple meditation. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. You can also use a pendulum over the board. I do it a lot. I use a pendulum over the board quite a bit. And yes, you will notice that your hand starts to move. Spirit moves it. That's my firm belief. Spirit moves the hands. So even if it looks like you're moving it, you're not. So just let go over each letter around the board. And this is a shungite. That's a shungite one. There is so much that we can do. The proper diet, proper eating, make sure you're clean, make sure you take a shower before you Ouija. Just like in, a session with the goddess Isis. She said to make sure everything is clean. Clean your body before you go into a session. Make sure the atmosphere is clean. Make sure you clean off your surfaces. Now, as for the boards go, this is cool. As your boards go, what I do, literally, I have a cleaning cloth. Regular old, like a chamois. After every session, Rub it. Get that all off. So literally you are cleaning your board. Perfect. That also gets rid of anything, and really stuff cannot attach to these. It's a piece of wood. Well, masonite. Things cannot attach themselves to the board. So get that fear out of your head right now. So that's one way of cleaning your board. Just get a regular, just a rag. Clean them really well. Make sure there's cleanliness involved in all that you do. As far as your setup, find a space that you're going to be able to do your sessions and your practice sessions that you won't be disturbed. Because if you're disturbed, then the circuit it's going, and then it's like something comes right in, and it kind of breaks up that connection. So you don't always have to say goodbye. There are no rules. I know there's a lot of like t-shirts and stuff out there floating around, the rules of the Ouija, and there's no rules. So you don't need two people. The reason behind the two people is because it's a male and a female energy creating a circuit, and that it just helps some people to go further with their sessions, and it helps a lot of people. My very, very, very good brother, Eric, he needs another person with him while he Ouijas. He gets the best results. I don't need anybody. I don't trust anybody to do the Ouija with me, because I know certain people will not take it serious. So that's what I do. That is what I do. I prep myself. I psych myself up. I know it's going to be an amazing session. That's all I do. Keep a journal. Keep a notebook. Make sure you write. I'm lucky enough that I have somebody to transcribe my sessions for me. If you can, use a simple recorder. Your phone. Do a recording on your phone so you can actually write down the answers. And then if you don't have anybody to go back to and say, okay, mom or dad or uncle whoever or aunt whoever, is this how this person would have spoken in life? So if you don't have that, stick with one ancestor and really build that relationship. So stick with one. Don't go off and think you're going to contact everybody all at once, because you want to stick with one, just to keep it nice. So to keep anything else from coming in too. That helps quite a bit. I've noticed that my vitamin regimen, my stacks, have helped majorly in communications. It's keeping the body clean. It's keeping the mind sharp and focused. That's what you want. So that's going to do that for you. You'll notice some people do their psychic abilities. They start to blossom right when you first start to Ouija, to use the board. So you might start to hear different spirits. You might start to hear those thoughts of another person. So make sure you use your inner discernment to know if it's your mind speaking, or if it's somebody else. If it's spirit. Spirit speaks first. So it really is an amazing adventure. I use, for each of you, I'm going to create the pyramids to aid in the whole entire process of better communications for the best. All of the communications, I think they are going to be great. So I personally, I have no doubts for you guys. I know you guys can do this. I know it's going to be amazing. That's really all. I mean, putting your all into it is what it's about. Just like soccer or football or basketball, practice warm-ups. There we go. Practice warm-ups. So really, talk to yourself through the board. Answer your own questions through the board to start out. It is amazing what you will actually receive, and then you'll start to get even more different messages, and then you're going to start seeing the difference between your answers and your higher self's answers. So it's very, very interesting. So you will eventually get into the esoteric side of the board, which is really, really growing spiritually and utilizing what you've learned from the board itself. So it's very amazing. Whoops. So yes, don't Ouija while you are. If you drink, don't Ouija. Nope, forget it. If you're under the influence of any kind of alcohol or anything else, don't. Just totally forget it. It fragments your aura like Swiss cheese, and that allows for other things to come through and pop in. So don't drink before a Ouija session. Don't. I don't even care if it's a sip of wine. Nope. Unless you're doing it in a Catholic style and you do like a sort of communion type thing. Wafer wine and the wafer thing. So you can do that. But don't Ouija intoxicated. I did it with my mom and we got Zozo. So, but I don't get Zozo anymore. I know it's completely fake. It's completely wrong. It's ridiculous. So yeah, just go into it with your all, with good intentions. Create your atmosphere. Do the reenactment. Really get into it. And then I quoted this, and I don't want to sound, I'm not racist or anything, and I don't want to sound it, but the people in church, when they're up there singing and sweating, that's what you want right there. You want to put that much energy into a session. It works. It's worth it. It works. It helps. What else? So aside from meditation is the best way to actually start to build that relationship. Meditation will help with your concentration. It helps with your well-being. It helps with your mental abilities, all mental abilities to think clearly, cognitive function, proper cognitive functions. So really, when I started to get all of these incredible messages and literally books, excuse me, from the board is when I started to eat healthier, take my vitamins, supplements, all of that. That has aided me majorly in getting the best sessions possible. What else? Never self-doubt. I know it's hard. I know it is hard. But self-doubt leads to a flop. So just try for now not to self-doubt. So for now, do your meditation first. Go into the session. Get a pad and paper, or a pen and paper, and really put your all into it. Talk to yourself. Literally, talk to yourself. So my assignment to you guys, this will be our first with the Ouija. So if you have one, use it, get it out. And I love how, Rosemary, you had your board out when you were emailing me back. You thought that was appropriate. That kind of thing right there, acting on inspired. Wow, I froze. Act on inspired. Yeah, it's gonna storm. Crap. Act on inspiration. Spirit speaks first, your ego second. So, it's amazing. I have found Numite, which is this stone. It's very old. That connects you with the different spiritual realms, and it helps. So it increases your communication abilities. You can use any kind of crystals that you want, like the double quartz crystal, like I told you, to program it. But the pyramids that I'm going to be creating for you guys, which I already have, they're done. Those are going to aid you in your Ouija sessions. So literally, I did not know that you could actually combine spirituality with orgone. So, and I didn't even know what orgone was until the Ouija, until that all came through. I had no clue what it was. So you do learn a lot. So you're my lesson, my little lesson for you guys right now. So I want you guys to do the meditation. Let your fears just kind of know that you don't have anything to be worried about or scared about, because it's just a piece of cardboard. It's just a piece of cardboard. So I want you guys, so from now until the 25th, which we have a good while, really get into it. Really get into it. Put your all into it. Talk to yourself through the board. Write down everything. And then let me know what you guys get. Sound good? So this will just be completely amazing. You'll be amazed at what you get from your higher self. So make sure you channel. Create that circuit of energy. Find a nice space. Don't let anybody interrupt you. If you find somebody to use the board with, that's incredible. So, alright guys. So that's our first lesson. Our first assignment, a real assignment. Reenact. Get in that mind frame of whoever you are contacting. Get in their shoes, literally. And you will be so surprised at how well your session will go. After the session's done, thank whoever you're speaking to, yourself. So say thank you for the information that was provided in advance. Goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye now. Doesn't have to go to goodbye. As long as you say goodbye, there you go. Take the board, wipe it clean, and you're good. You're good. You can sage the boards if you want to. You can light special incense. You can do all kinds of amazing things beforehand and afterhand. So you guys are already, you're already on my page, in my book. So you guys know what's going on now. There's no, yeah, you guys are gonna be amazing at what we're doing. I know it. So that is my little assignment for you guys to do. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. I will go over the history of the board with you guys, and how it was originally created just as a novelty toy. And we'll go through the history. We'll go through all of that. We still have till the 25th. So we have until the 25th to talk to ourselves through the Ouija. And it's very, very amazing to tap into your own subconscious mind. So I'm excited. If you can't tell, I have a giant smile on my face. And I'm just very, very excited for this. So, I will be, give me a few days after Monday, tomorrow, to get the rest of the boards so I can create. Yes, they glow. Some will glow, some won't. So the Stranger Things board, Rosemary, I think you wanted that one, so that one goes to you. The witch board one that I used as an inspirational, just a model prototype, that is already sold, but I can recreate. So if you guys want certain sigils, let me know. Just comment below. Patreon, it will be on Patreon. So now I'm doing Patreon only posts, so that includes just everybody that's actually in the group. So, alright guys, so let me know how it goes. I really want to know how it goes. And if I'm not explaining stuff in the way that you think I should be, let me know. Let me know how I can better express how I Ouija and how to do it for you guys. So you guys learn more, and you guys get even more benefits from this course. So that's our first assignment. So, alright guys, talk to yourselves. I love you all very much. All the way from Venus, all the way back down. So, yes, let me know how it goes talking with yourselves. So, nothing wrong with it. So, alright guys, I love you all, and you guys are amazing, and I'm so grateful for you all. So, I still have to order books for you guys and patrons, so everything will be on their way. Don't worry, I got you guys covered. So, that was why there was an initial fee, because of all the time and the effort and the labor and the, running around, and, gas is $3 a gallon, and so you guys all know that though, so. Alright, I love you guys, and I am so excited for this, as you can't tell. So, alright guys, let me know how it goes, and I will do a little small outline post of this video on Patreon for you guys. So, happy talking to yourselves.